Once upon a time, in the picturesque town of Willowvale, there existed a love story that was as timeless as it was beautiful. The town, nestled between verdant hills and sparkling rivers, served as the perfect backdrop for such a mesmerizing tale. Willowvale, with its cobblestone streets and quaint cottages, seemed untouched by time, a place where stories of romance were written in the very breeze that rustled the leaves of ancient oak trees. In the heart of Willowvale, Emily and James met by chance at the annual Spring Festival, a celebration that brought together the townsfolk with music, dance, and laughter. Emily, with her gentle smile and eyes reflecting the depth of the lake, caught the attention of James, a young artist known for his captivating landscapes. It wasn't long before their casual meetings at the town square turned into long walks along the riverbank, their conversations filled with dreams and aspirations. As seasons changed, so did their affection for each other deepen. The town's elderly spoke of Emily and James as if they were characters from an old beloved book, their love breathing new life into the age-old walls of Willowvale. The lovers shared everything from quiet mornings watching the sunrise from the old bridge to joyous evenings under the stars at Miller's Field, every moment building their legacy in the town's history. Their love story was celebrated every year at the festival where they first met. Young couples danced to the tunes of the violin, inspired by Emily and James's devotion to each other, hoping to mirror their enduring bond. The entire town of Willowvale came to symbolize a haven for true love, encouraging every soul that stepped through its archways to hold on to the hope of finding a love as grand as that of Emily and James. Through the years, their love only grew stronger, facing each challenge with unity and grace. They became not just lovers, but best friends and partners in every aspect of life, setting an example for all who knew them. Their love story was the stuff of fairy tales. Fate, however, had a different plan. James, a dedicated architect, was offered a job overseas, an opportunity that seemed too good to pass up. Working in one of the leading architectural firms in Europe, the position promised not only a significant career boost, but also substantial financial perks. The decision to move was difficult, but ultimately, James felt it was a chance he couldn't decline. On the other side, Sarah, a skilled painter, found herself rooted deeply in their current city. Her exhibitions were just beginning to gain recognition. Her art was deeply integrated with the cultural tapestry of their home. The thought of leaving filled her with dread. What appeared as a golden chance for James soon revealed itself as a fundamental challenge to their relationship. Initially, they promised to communicate daily and visit each other every few months. The first few weeks were filled with love-drenched letters and nightly video calls. But as James got caught up with his demanding job, and Sarah with her upcoming exhibitions, the dynamics started to change. Gradually, their conversations shortened, often disrupted by poor internet connections or conflicting schedules. The time difference was another relentless hurdle. They started updating each other about their lives rather than sharing them. Weeks turned into months and the visits became less frequent. Resentment began to build up. Sarah felt abandoned, whereas James felt that Sarah didn't appreciate the pressure he was under. Miscommunications multiplied, turning minor issues into major rifts. Their discussions, once filled with laughter and plans for the future, now often ended in disagreements and frustrations. The physical distance between them seemed to mirror the emotional gap that was forming. They needed to make a choice: either bridge the gap with stronger communication and compromise or reconsider their paths. Miscommunications and misunderstandings began to creep in, casting a shadow over their once radiant love. Back home, Emily found herself drawn to new friendships, seeking comfort in the face of loneliness. In this new city, her evenings were filled with laughter and conversation, a stark contrast to the silence that greeted her at home. These friends brought her to lively cafes and art galleries, filling her days with distractions from her solitude. She found solace in these new relationships, each friend introducing her to different experiences, from spontaneous road trips to quiet evenings watching films. As she navigated this new social landscape, Emily's calls to James became less frequent, their conversations shorter and more perfunctory. James, meanwhile, was navigating a change of his own. His new job in a bustling office introduced him to Isabella, whose vibrant personality and zest for life captivated him. They spent long hours together working on projects that often extended into after-work drinks and weekend brainstorming sessions. James found himself sharing stories and jokes with Isabella, the kind he used to share with Emily. As they collaborated, their professional respect for each other deepened into a personal connection. James noticed the way Isabella's eyes lit up when she laughed, and he couldn't help but feel drawn to her energy. In this turbulent period of their lives, both Emily and James found themselves at a crossroads, pulled between the comfort of their past and the allure of new possibilities. They did not speak of their growing estrangement, but the signs were there: missed calls, unread messages, and increasingly rare visits. Their relationship, once the center of their universe, was now fraying at the edges. Despite the excitement of new friendships and the thrill of a potential new romance, Emily and James could not completely let go of their shared past. The memories of their deep connection, their shared dreams, and the love that once seemed unbreakable haunted them. As Emily and James both grappled with their respective temptations, they were also haunted by the echoes of their love. A chance encounter brought them face to face, their eyes reflecting the pain of a love lost and a yearning for redemption. Amid the hustle of the city, they stood still, almost frozen in time. The noise of the bustling crowd faded into a silent backdrop as they gazed into each other's eyes, each heartbeat pounding loudly in their ears. The world around them seemed to disappear, leaving only the echo of their past and the possibility of a future together. As they stood there, the air thick with tension and unspoken words, memories of their time together flooded back. There were moments of laughter and joy, overshadowed by harsh words and tearful nights. They had been inseparable once, believing that nothing could part them. Yet here they were, standing as if meeting for the first time. The city lights cast a glow on their faces, highlighting the raw emotions that each tried to mask. It was evident in the way her eyes searched his for a sign of forgiveness, and in the way he looked at her with a mixture of regret and longing. The pain of their separation was palpable, a tangible force that seemed almost too great to overcome. Yet, as they continued to look at each other, a silent understanding began to bridge the gap between them. It was as if their souls, long starved of each other's presence, were reaching out, trying to mend the broken threads of their relationship. They remembered the promises made in whispered tones, the plans laid out under starlit skies, all the dreams they had dared to dream together. The decision to part ways had been a hard one, fueled by pride and hurt feelings. They had both felt wronged, both felt hurt. But as they now faced each other, the futility of their stubbornness became apparent. What were pride and hurt against a lifetime of love and companionship? She took a tentative step forward, her hand reaching out slightly, trembling with vulnerability. He watched her, his heart a mix of hope and fear, not daring to breathe. Then, slowly, almost hesitantly, he reached out his hand too. Their fingers touched, and a spark of the familiar warmth they used to share shot through them. Each heartbeat echoed a desire to correct wrongs and reignite the flame that once burned so brightly. In that moment, they made a choice to fight for their love, to mend the fractures, and to rebuild their dreams from the ashes of their past mistakes. They embarked on a journey of rediscovery, navigating the treacherous terrain of forgiveness and healing. Guided by their love, Emily and James faced each challenge together, growing stronger with each step. Their bond, tested by adversity, proved more resilient than ever. They learned that true love transcends all barriers: distance, time, and hardships. Their story is a testament to the power of love, a beacon of hope for all those navigating the stormy seas of life.